Hello, boys and girls. It's Miss Kim from Miss Kim's Children's Music. Today's vlog is going to be all about the bearded dragon, a fascinating lizard creature that comes from Australia. We're going to learn about its eating habits, its lighting in the terrarium and what it needs, and how much space it might need, the food he loves, and the protein, which I'm not so fond of, but which he loves very much, and a whole lot more fun facts. So stick around, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Say hi.
Hello.
Miss Kim is not an expert on bearded dragons. This bearded dragon is about 1 year old and his name is Pancake. And the reason why we named him Pancake is because when he lies flat in his terrarium, he looks like a pancake and his stomach can flatten out. It's very fascinating to watch. We're gonna feed our bearded dragon. Since he's 1 year old, he needs about 70% greens and about 30% protein. And protein can come in a couple different sources. Crickets, they like worms, super worms, and all sorts of kind of creatures that I'm not really into, but he loves them. We're gonna grab a super worm for him because he is really hungry. Oh, there's one crawling out right now. I don't recommend you pick it up with your fingers because these creatures can bite. Now watch how much he loves to eat these little super worms. Oh, there he goes. Good job there, Pancake. Let's give him one more. I gotta find them in this box here. Oh, there's one. Let's see if he wants another one. Maybe I'll put it out on the counter here and see if he goes for it. Yeah, he does. So now put your lid back on if you buy super worms or any creatures so they don't get away. And then always give him a nice bowl full of greens. Let's see if he's in the mood for greens. He might not be in the mood for greens because he was just loving his protein. I think he wants more super worms. So I think our Beardy's two favorite greens are arugula and baby kale. But please refer online to all of the list of foods that are safe to eat because you might think that spinach is good for your bearded dragon, but it's not. It can create too much calcium in their body. Speaking of calcium, there are supplements that we give. Oh, where are you going, buddy? That we give our bearded dragon. Calcium Plus, we sprinkle on its food, and we can also dust the super worms with it as well. And there's another fun food that we can give them for supplement. This is bearded dragon food. It has all sorts of cool nutrients in it. And you can give that as well in the bowl with a little calcium dusting. They also can have multivitamins, but I find that if you give it the right amount of greens and the right amount of proteins, this guy will thrive. Come back here. Say hi to the camera.
Hi to the camera.
Bearded dragons are known as shoulder buddies. They can hang out on your shoulder for a very long time. Their skin is very rough. And these little beards that they have are beautiful. Both male and females have beards. And there are about 8 different species that you can find in Australia of these bearded dragons. They use body language, you know, to fight their predators or to warn their predators, such as head bobbing.
Wanna mess with me? Yeah? Come on, come on.
That shows dominance. Sometimes they can wave their little paw or hand, clawed reptile hand, to show submission. And they've even been known to wave at their loved ones once they get to know them really well. They first were introduced to the United States around 1990. And they're omnivores, as you saw. They like both superworms and lots of greens and vegetables. I really love our little bearded dragon and how he'll just sit on my shoulder for hours. Right now he's very alert because I think he's hungry. So pretty soon we're going to go show you his terrarium and all the cool things about his terrarium and the things that you need in his terrarium for him to live and thrive. So let's go do that now. So we are now at Pancake's home, his terrarium. As soon as they get big like our friend Pancake, who's fully grown now, and he can even get bigger, you need at least a 40 to 45 gallon terrarium for him to live in. You need a hot side where it has a light and a UV light. Sometimes they come together so that it can get up to the right temperature, which is probably about 100 degrees that it's used to. On one side, it will bask in the heat and the UV rays that it needs to live. And on the other side is a cooler place where it can hang out when it needs to hang out. We put its food on the cooler side and its water on the cooler side. And we have places for him to climb. He likes this place a lot. He climbs here all the time on that little mesh toy. But we also have places for him to hide when he's hot. There's a little bit of a hiding spot under here, which I'll show you in just a second. He smells his food. He's ready for it. I'd imagine that sounds like
Yum, 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 yum. That was delicious, thank you.
these are protein pellets, and he likes them also very much. Oh, it's like a potato chip crunch. You made a mess there. Let me help you with that. There. So the humidity needs to be above 30%. We have a humidity thermometer here, which says it's 44. If you don't have enough humidity, it's never bad to add a little water and spritz it down to give it some more humidity. And check out the thermometer. It's at 100 degrees right now in there. That's why it's so important that you have the right temperature and the right lights and UV lights to keep your beardy healthy. So there are a few ways that you can keep your beardy healthy and safe. A visit to the vet once a year is definitely a good idea, but there are some signs that your beardy might not be feeling well. So you need to make sure you know everything about bearded dragons. Sometimes if they're hiding more, that's not a good sign. If they're not eating as much, that's not a good sign. If their joints look swollen, if their skin gets discolored or starts shedding, which is kind of fun. When they're shedding, it's not like a snake in one big piece. They shed in pieces. And they tell you not to rip off the skin. Let it come off naturally. And our lizard is shedding its skin. They shed in pieces instead of one long piece like a snake. The bearded dragons shed in small little pieces. Look at all this skin coming off. Hey there, buddy. As you can see, he is shedding on his neck there and on his legs. And you're not supposed to pull it off. On his head. Look at that. You're not supposed to pull it off. It'll come off when it's ready. But a little bit of moisture helps it to come off, so spraying him with a water bottle really helps. Hey there, buddy.
Whee! Do you like swimming?
Maybe a warm bath in water, like you saw Miss Kim do earlier, can help with the shedding process and getting that extra skin off, but peeling it off could not be a good thing. In the meantime, do not forget that all of these beardies or any of these types of creatures can carry disease. So after you're done handling Pancake or whatever you name your beardy, make sure you go wash your hands thoroughly. And thanks, Beardy, for listening in. You're a really good listener. Again, don't overfeed your beardy worms because it loves them a lot. He's literally waiting for more protein. But they really, as an adult, they really should have 90% plants and 10% of these proteins. He's somewhere in between a juvenile baby and a teenager too. He's almost an adult. So right now he's at 70% greens and 30% superworms and crickets and all those yummy, yummy little critters they love. But as you can see, he really wants some more. When you first get your Beardy, I wouldn't handle him for about 3 or 4 days until he can get used to his terrarium. And then believe me, they start to love you and they love cuddling on your shoulder like you saw him do earlier. Oh, there he goes, and they can run up to 9 miles an hour. They're pretty fast. This guy feels pretty comfortable, so he has no reason to be afraid and run off. Come back here, buddy. Come back. You want to walk around a little? There he goes. There he goes. He's checking out his territory. Uh-oh, come back, come back, come back. Come back, I got you. Oh, he tried to jump. So they do need exercise, so letting them out in a safe space where they can't get stuck anywhere is a good idea so they can run free. You were trying to get away, weren't you, little buddy? Everyone poops. Everyone poops. Mom's poop, Dad's poop, even bearded dragons poop. Everyone poops. Everyone poops. The bearded dragon pooped today.
We might want to move you out of the poop, though. Let's do that. We don't want you drinking it.
Well, we're going to leave Beardy to himself now, because all he wants is another superworm. But I want to thank you very much for joining me and Pancake in this vlog all about bearded dragons. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Say bye, Beardy. Say bye, Pancake.
Bye-bye.